right.
All right, this one's for you. What is the difference between selecting better, mill run, and rustic grades in hardwood?
I want to know why did you get the easy question? I get the hard one.
I thought this one's pretty easy, but
did
just
you?
testing you.
Okay. All right. We've covered this a little bit in some of the earlier blogs and podcasts, but wood is graded to increase the yield. Okay, if you'll see one of the grades mentioned was mill run. Mill run means when the manufacturer made it, they didn't grade it at all. Okay, so in theory, the boards would come down the line 16 feet long because that's what when they run wood through a saw, it's all 16 feet long. So they cut those boards up based on grade. Okay, so let's say that we have a 16-foot long board and 8 foot in the middle of it's perfect. Well, they would cut out that 8 foot because that board's selecting better. All right, it fits the parameters, selecting better. That means it has very little color variation. That means it's not going to have any open knot. It means it wouldn't have any wormholes. It's select, okay? Only about, if you include, there's another grade called clear. If you include clear and select and better, only about 20% of a tree is included in those grades. Not much, okay? So they set that 20% over, and if they market it correctly, if they have a customer that buys the select and better and or the clear, then they can do very well on that. If they don't have a customer for that, then sometimes it gets tossed back down to the next lower grade or sold as a mill run. So a company might run 100,000 feet, make it ungraded. They will cut everything down to 8 feet because you can't get anything longer than that in a box. And they'll sell it all as mill run. Mill run typically sells at a low price. So why would a company sell mill run? Because they don't have a market for those other grades and they want to move it. We see our hickory 2 1/4 or maple 2 1/4 a lot of times run in mill run, just because the company that makes that for us does not offer that in the different grades like they do their 3, 4, and 5. So that's what a mill run is. Rustic grade, again, as they separate these grades out, rustic is an interesting grade. It's not a real common grade. Honestly, I made that grade up. One of our big suppliers has a product that they pull out before the wood is finished. A lot of the defects they make are not visible, not a lot, but some defects are not visible until after wood is finished. But other defects like board length, wormhole, a little bit bigger knot, more variation in color, we know those are there before the wood's finished. So what this company does is they pull those out before it's finished, they stack it against a wall, and then they let us pick the colors that we want. So if I'm short on gun stock, I'll say, hey, send me a trailer load of rustic grade in the gun stock, okay? We can do that. So it makes it very easy for us, and it speeds these SKUs that are a little bit slower moving for them, speeds those up. So that's the difference between select and better, mill run, and rustic grades.